top drawer.
Welcome to the Howling Abyss.
Heard a lot about this hero with a hammer. Can't wait to meet him.
Whole prison speaks up.
Minions have spawned.
I sure do a lot of walking.
Never played this hero. Oh
One
god.
thing about me, I'm not good at staying down.
Because they'll all be
Who
dead.
knew there were so many heroes?
Rampage.
Damn, it seems like melee in this might be a little difficult. Certainly versus their team lineup.
That's okay. I'm playing the long game.
When Lord's
Yep,
finest.
it's even heavier than it looks.
You kill them, I'll keep digging.
Sometimes you just gotta do it yourself.
It's smaller than the diagram.
To the face. Okay, that's it.
This Heimerdinger needs to put on a lot of pressure.
It's smaller than the diagram.
Here goes everything. One thing about me, I'm not
nothing but the finest.
Yeah, just like the hero would buy.
For Piltover!
Smaller than the diagram.
Yeah, I'm not sure at all what this hero does other than the charge. And then the shielding.
That's okay. I'm playing the long game. I could really go for a nap.
Bring me back something dangerous. Oh, shiny.
Do not make my hammer mad. Left hand. Let's try that again.
I'm glad you're enjoying yourself, but there is a war
An enemy
going on
has
out
been
there.
slain.
Have
Double
fun
kill.
storming the bridge.
An enemy has been slain. Double kill. Aced. Smaller than the diagram.
To the fence.
been slain.
What do you mean my hammer's too big?
Shut down.
Nice.
Smaller than the diagram.
I was just charging in there to troll. Huh?
Let's try that.
Right choice. Indubitably.
Shut down. An enemy has been slain.
We going again? I mean, I'll do whatever. Now, I got a couple questions about some heroes, cause apparently people said I should play top lane if it's gonna be easy. Here, let me invite Marrow and his bro. Okay, they don't want to play this. They want to play regular. Era's pissed, of course. Kazakhs. Spicy. Yo, how do I message?
I can smell you.
Yo, what's up, Ayami?
Not much. Just things.
Word. This is my friend Shane. Here's.
Hey.
Hold on one sec.
His actual Discord name is an Animu. Or it's a swore dart. A dart that is very swore.
Who? Wait, what?
I'm making a joke. His name, not like the one that you're saying. Like when you click on him and it's got the numbers after, and the hashtag.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sword art.
Yeah, Sword Art.
Sword Art Online anime.
Yeah, no, I've played
Or-
some characters in MXM.
Wait, what?
Some of the characters were in MXM.
What?
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna look this up.
At least I'm pretty sure they were. Who are some of the characters in that game? It's an NCSoft game, right? If it's an NCSoft game, you best bet that they were.
Sword Art Online is an anime.
Oh. Okay. I thought you were talking about something else then.
No, the anime.
Eh.
Today's been weird.
Dude, today sucked.
Yeah.
This whole past 2 weeks has really sucked, in my opinion.
You know how there are those people with penis envy?
Yeah.
I have the opposite.
What,
I'm
you
still
have, vagina envy?
Pretty much. No,
Don't blame you.
no, it's
Must
not
be
want,
nice sometimes.
not wanting mine.
Wait, not wanting yours? Or
Yeah.
do wanting yours?
I don't want it.
Really?
Yeah.
How come?
Gender dysphoria?
Yeah.
But I've been here too long to start lying about it.
Yeah. No.
Which little man said I should just start doing.
No, there's no secrets in Gur. We all know this. Ah!
Still, like when new people start coming, just lie.
Well, yeah, I think Gur.
But then
told
people would call me
that a
out, like,
couple times.
knowing Blay, he would probably make jokes nonstop and ruin it.
Yeah, Blay will do that actually.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I just try to avoid him.
Yeah, Blay never lets anything go that I've ever said that looks poorly in my favor. But I don't play heroes that much, so I don't play with Blay that much.
I don't play with him too much either. Actually, I stopped playing heroes
Not
as much
due to
avoid-
lack of heroes, though, right?
I stopped playing heroes as much to avoid playing with them.
Really? That fucking
Ally
sucks.
has been slain.
Yeah, and sometimes I haven't felt like it, but there are other times where he's playing too, and I decide not to because
You just don't feel like taking.
I will not just.
Crap.
If I see that Blay's the only person in VC, I just won't go and.
Yeah. But if you see other people on the sidebar, you're good to go.
Yeah, but if Blay is in there, and it's not many.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if there are a bunch of people, he'll call people and like pretty much take over VC.
God, I mean, I remember when I used to be as good as Blay at Heroes. Now it's like he's just, well, I mean, all you guys are so much better.
By the way, I'm probably going into business with Gur on something.
Nice.
He and I
Good.
spitballed an idea.
You spit a golden idea?
Yeah, we both came up with something because it was about the whole cracking thing.
Yeah, you just toss around some
Well,
shit.
because there are some countries where that's not illegal.
Yeah, no, totally.
And there are people in those countries with horrible, like, internet. Using, like, JDownloader and stuff, and the packages that Gur puts together makes it a whole lot easier to get games in the hands of the people.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean,
And what he needs is somebody that can go and spread by word of mouth, because he's not as good with people, and he doesn't really have the schedule for it.
nah, he doesn't. He already does enough business-to-business stuff where...
Yeah, and he does enough socializing with us, so he needs somebody else to be his eyes and ears on projects like this.
I mean, that's a good opportunity.
And I'm needing to get some work experience and experience doing business with people, and he's fine with working with me on that. He even said that he might have some freelance work that he might like make a channel on here where he posts like odd jobs that people can do.
Dude, do it up. I did the business plan for him. It was pretty kick-ass.
Yeah, like he said that if he might make a like text channel where he puts odd jobs that people can do that he doesn't have the time for.
Yeah,
Smaller ones, paying ones too,
that would be...
and that would be amazing because I could essentially work from home.
Yeah,
And once I get enough money and I can find a place to stay,
that would be nice.
Gur said that considering a lot of people want to move out to Seattle, he
Yeah,
might actually
lots
just get
of
an
people
apartment,
are.
an apartment complex or something, or an apartment building.
Yeah, no, I mean...
Because I want to move out to Seattle.
Seattle's pretty cool. I mean...
Dude, no income tax.
I mean, I live in a state with no income tax, so...
Yeah, but also the minimum wage is
Oh,
going to
wait,
be
no, not
in a
no
couple
income
years.
tax, my bad. No sales tax.
Yeah,
It kind of
and
balances out.
yeah, no income tax out there, and also the minimum wage is going to be going up. It's already at 12.
I mean, that's not bad.
The minimum wage in Texas is $7 an hour.
I mean, he's getting me a remote job for Marsh and McLennan out there, but like I said, it's remote, so I'll probably get paid less.
Well, I want to actually like move out there. Plus, I could actually.
Oh, I
like,
would
meet-
love to move out there, but I got.
Then I'd actually get to meet her too. That's one thing that I do want to do: meet face to face with them.
Oh yeah, I would love to do that. I mean, me and my fiance are gonna have enough money where.
Yeah. Plus, I'd be able to get like flights at like round trips out to like Texas and Florida still.
Wait, is that where you're at right now? Is Texas?
I'm in Texas. I was born in Florida, so my grandma and some friends live out there.
Yeah.
And my aunt and uncle and my cousin. My older cousin's awesome.
That's pretty sweet.
And my uncle is his stepdad, so we're not blood related, but
yeah, but I mean, yeah, I have plenty of uncles that are blood related.
Well, my uncle is blood related. It's my cousin that's not.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but what is it? Yeah, my that uncle, he worked for the Marines. Well, actually, he was in the Navy.
That's pretty sweet. The Navy.
Yeah, he was in the Navy. I'm thinking of my
Nowadays,
grandpa. He was in the Marines.
Back then, it must have been crazy. When
Yeah, and then
weren't like.
well, then I remember he worked at the Pentagon.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then he went and was stationed out in Italy for a couple years.
Oh, that must have been kick-ass.
Yeah, like when they came back, like basically my aunt and uncle, like how my aunt spoke Italian, she has a switch.
Huh? A switch? What do you mean?
Like she will switch into Italian mode.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like where she is speaking it and suddenly, oh wait, what's the words? Where like if somebody's speaking Italian, she'll go into Italian mode. Just on instinct, because she lived there for years. They actually like just.
I go to an Italian mode too sometimes.
Yeah, I don't have that, even though it should be in my veins. I don't actually speak it.
I've been out there a few times, so I picked up a couple words here and there.
But instead of choosing to go there for my graduation trip, I went to Australia.
I mean, I can't blame you there.
Italy doesn't have koalas.
No, and you'll never get to go back to Australia probably ever again.
Why?
I mean, it's just not really one of those places that, like, you'd go on a honeymoon or, like, anything like that. I was
Actually,
thinking about places like that.
But it is one of the longest flights in like the world.
Yeah, pretty much, other than New Zealand, I think. New Zealand is where I want to go to my honeymoon.
Don't tell any Australians that.
I know. New Zealand's freaking awesome.
Yeah. I also decided not to have my first drink in Australia.
Not to?
Yeah.
What? You gotta have your first drink in Australia.
I was at the bar and I decided against it.
How old are you though?
I'm 18.
No, but were you there this year?
Yeah.
Okay.
18's
definitely old enough. Oh, you broke
It is,
your
I know,
hand.
and the guy even talked to me about it. I just didn't really feel like drinking.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad drank too. They offered me like a sip of theirs if I didn't want my. I didn't really want to.
I hate drinking, so you're not missing anything.
Well, I could have had any drink. They had weird tasting drinks.
Yeah.
And nobody was pressuring me to get like a strong drink or anything.
Did they have like absinthe or something, or?
They had pretty much anything you could think of.
That's freaking awesome. I mean.
And it was one of those bars where it was a prohibition bar.
Oh, nice.
It used to just be gin.
Oh.
But basically, you go to a barber, and then they have a big like door that looks like it leads to a storage room. You open it. As soon as you like start opening it, you hear the music.
Oh, that's freaking cool.
And then you can't leave through the entrance of the barbershop. You have to go through a back alley.
That's ridiculous.
They've even got a trash can fire outside.
Really?
Yeah.
I gotta go to that place. Although I don't really drink.
If you plan a trip out, dude, if you plan a trip out to Sydney, let me know and I can ask my dad for the address of it.
Yeah, if we end up going there, I think if we're gonna go that far though, we're going to New Zealand. Just it's
dude,
so
Sydney
beautiful.
is great. There's so much, dude. The mountains.
Yeah.
The Blue Mountains.
Mhm.
You also get to go to that one. You also get to go to that Australian wildlife park where you actually get to get a picture with a koala and pet one. You get to feed kangaroos, and that's part of the Blue Mountain tour.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And the tour bus is pretty cool. You also get a meal at a pretty good restaurant. You get to choose between like 3 different things. I got the fish and chips, and they were really good. They serve kangaroo burgers.
Gotta go. Ew, fuck that. I would never eat a kangaroo.
Why?
Just not something that's on my bucket list, to be honest.
It's essentially their venison.
Is it?
Yeah.
How's it taste?
They don't have deer, they have kangaroos.
Yeah, how's it taste, though, is the question.
Gamey. Or like pretty much like how you would expect a venison to be.
Yeah, kind of like really muscly and...
In the legs, yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on like the specific kangaroo, but definitely like a bit muscly, but it depends on how they prepare it from what I can tell. It's about how you would expect deer to be. It's not bad though.
I mean, I like deer jerky, but...
Yeah. Well, this is what I heard from somebody there. I didn't actually eat it myself. Oh, they also had all the souvenir shops. They had different things made from kangaroo parts, including including some things made from kangaroo scrotums.
Huh.
You could buy kangaroo balls or a kangaroo back scratcher, which was actually a kangaroo arm.
That's freaking awesome.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure they would actually let you take those back through security, but we couldn't bring Australian honey.
What?
Or Vegemite.
It has to be some reason, like with
because there were containers of it or something.
There was?
But they searched my mom's bag, found them, threw them out.
Yeah, it probably had to do with like some sort of bacteria that could...
No, it was probably like an anti-terrorism thing or whatever.
It could be that too.
Being safe. Dude, we were traveling international.
Still though, of course,
we were
traveling international, but...
Yeah, but think about that.
Honey though? I mean, yeah,
yes,
you could probably make
because it was a container
out of honey.
It was the size of the container though. And they expect you to, like, they sell that stuff at the actual, like past security. So most people plan ahead, but Mom had gotten it then because she didn't think about it.
Yeah, no, I would have never thought about that.
That's
really
not
weird.
A lot of people would have. They actually had a trash can. It was literally like almost filled to the brim with them, with things of honey and Vegemite.
Sucks.
Hey, the flight had unlimited free Tim Tams.
What's a Tim Tam?
You've never had a Tim Tam?
Nah.
They are the most heavenly cookie ever. I have to send you, like, I have to find it online and show you exactly what a Tim Tam is, and you need to order a package of them.
I will.
Or find them at a store. They're usually in the import section.
Okay. I mean, are they a Mexican cookie? Cause...
No, they're Australian.
Oh, okay, because, I mean, we have Mexican places out the wazoo here.
No, it's made by Arnott's.
Arnott's?
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen that, no.
It's made of 2 malted biscuits separated by a light chocolate cream filling and coated with a thin layer of textured chocolate. And there are different flavors too, but there's the ones that are double coated. With with twice the amount of the filling. Dude, they're amazing. You have no idea how much money we spent on Tim Tams for me to eat in the room.
I bet a lot.
And you know how much trouble I got in once we came home and I ate all of them. Here, I'm gonna message you the Wikipedia link. But they are really good. I'll go ahead and find them on Amazon for you too.
Not a big
That-
sweets eater anymore. I
Dude,
used to.
down
I
work.
like apple pie now. That's about it.
They've got different flavors too, though. They got caramel.
Sounds like.
Oh, they have
something my
limited edition
fiancé
ones
would-
too. What the hell?
My fiance would love the caramel one.
They have Black Forest. They have chocolate mint, coconut and lychee. Let's see. And they've also got dark chocolate and white chocolate. The double coat ones are really good though. They've also got Messina salted caramel and vanilla.
Oh, we should have this game machine. Everyone attack.
Oh, also, what is it? Burger King. It's called Hungry Jack's.
Hungry Jacks? Yeah,
Yeah, it's called
I've heard of
Hungry
Hungry
Jack's out there.
Jacks.
Yeah, it's called Hungry Jack's in Australia. It's the same restaurant. It is still Burger King, but it's called Hungry Jack's. That's all. That's the branding out there.
That's interesting. Yeah,
And
no,
it's
I've
called
heard of that.
They always just call McDonald's Mackers.
I've had to do a lot of business papers, so I do Australia quite often and international, so
Yeah, it's a really awesome place. It's definitely somewhere worth visiting. I would highly recommend it. There's so many things to do out there too. Also, the dollar goes further out there. It's 75 US cents to the Australian dollar. Sure,
Not bad.
inflation could be a bit different there depending on what you're buying. Like Yu-Gi-Oh cards actually cost more out there. But there are other things that are cheaper.
Really?
And,
wait,
also
Yu-Gi-Oh
in Sydney-
cards are expensive there?
Yeah, a box of them costed over 100 Australian dollars. Which, even if I translated it, it still was around like 80 or 90, I believe.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean,
Or around
what about
75,
Magic-
actually, now
is
that I think about
Magic
it. If
the
it was 100,
Gathering-
I'm just gonna assume that Yu-Gi-Oh was like straight up 100. If you divide that by 75, that's $75. It usually costs 60 to get a box out here. Magic the Gathering they sold too. They're big on those.
Word. Yeah, Magic is what I played. Shane.
They have a lot of people out there that play Magic. You could easily find a shop to play at too. I could find the address of the place that we went to.
Word.
And,
if I decide
we
to go
stayed-
out
we
there, I'll
stayed-
definitely talk to you about it.
Yeah, we stayed at the Marriott.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was I couldn't have asked for like better service or
I
anything because
mean-
there was a night that I actually fell on my way back,
Oh,
and they all
shit.
helped me up. Somebody from security actually came up and walked me to my room, asked me about what happened.
Oh, wow.
It couldn't have been nicer.
What did happen?
Basically, when I was walking up, like the like where it's like that driveway, like roundabout thing, there was a step that I didn't see, and I ended up stepping on it and tripping, and I hurt my knee, and my hand was hurting for like weeks on end afterwards. It was about maybe 2 or 3
Damn.
weeks before it stopped, and even then, I still kind of felt it.
That sucks.
I
yeah.
thought I had broken it, but I didn't break it. It just was severely hurt. I had a hard time gripping or even like sitting up on that hand. Because I always prop myself up with my right hand, and that's my writing hand.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
It's hell.
I mean, I've broken my right wrist. It is.
I had trouble playing video games too.
Oh, that's the worst.
I had my 3DS with me. I could
Oh,
at least manage to play it, but I couldn't do anything too intensive.
I mean, that's why.
Luckily, I was playing,
man.
dude. I was playing Rune Factory 4 at the time. That and Fire Emblem, the new Fire Emblem, the one that was a remake.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't play anything but PC really.
Well, Rune Factory 4 is worth, like, you could talk to Gur and see if he can find you later for 3DS.
Nice. I would definitely.
It's actually a really fun game. It's Rune Factory, but with a lot of magic. And a lot of combat.
Nice.
It's Rune Factory, but it's also an RPG.
That's like, are the graphics similar to like what, like Pokemon or?
No, it's here, I can actually get you the like a screenshot of it. Rune Factory 4. It's all the characters look really anime.
That's to be expected.
Here, I'll send you a screenshot that I just found on Google Images.
Word. Let me check this out. So I have an idea.
Why?
What you're talking about.
What did I do?
Why your parents get on your butt?
Huh? No, Shane just said that he's about to mute us.
Oh, why?
You could join in. Yeah, I can understand that. I was playing PUBG a lot today. I got to number 8.
Level 8? How hot? Like, how hard?
No,
is
no,
the
like, number.
Oh.
Number 8.
Oh, wow. That's actually really hard.
Top 10.
That's really hard to do.
Well, it depends on how well you can do. Gur says it's easy.
Dude, Gur says everything's easy.
Yeah. It could be easy if you know what you're doing and you have a good team, but I'm solo. And I'm not that good at it.
Oh, PUBG's actually a, what's it called?
It's like an
game.
arena.
Yeah,
What?
I knew it's an arena. I didn't know it was a team game.
It can be.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I swore it was 5-person. Yo, do I go tiger stance, turtle stance, bear stance, or phoenix stance first?
Why are you in the League of Legends room?
I'm talking to Kaleido.
Kaleido, why are you in the League of Legends room?
He's playing League.
Don't tell me that you're playing League. Why are you playing League?
Because League is the shiznit.
Are you starting to understand why I call it salty?
No, I like it.
It's high in sodium content.
It's not high in sodium content. No, you have to understand, okay? There are no octopi anywhere because they're scared.
Yeah.
That is
snail's
true.
going
I've
high.
not yet seen an octopi in this game.
You have not seen an octopi?
Not yet. No.
I'm sorry, it's funny because an octopi. Octopi is plural.
Okay, there's octopi.
You have not seen an octopus.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm being that guy right now.
You're being Dylan completely.
I was the one who was correct in the first, and you reiterated using the same word, Kaleido, using the wrong form.
I'm doing what Gur would do.
Wait, Dad.
Gur's your head?
Nah. My dad just came in here and turned the light off. Like,
Oh, okay. My family does that. I just ignore it and
fucking
go walk
hate
over.
that shit, dude.
You know what I'm trying to tell all of you guys? Suck my dick or die.
I wish.
So, Gur,
Yes.
do you want to do a remote takeover?
Not right now.
So
I was
wait,
just
Gur, you've
remotely.
played
I was just
PUBG?
remoting another person's computer to get into a website to fix a CSS issue that I didn't even know was a CSS issue at the time to fix a website for. A
By the
website
way,
that
I
had a
see the
problem.
invisible room.
You see it now?
I can see it.
You can see it.
I've been in it, so I can see it all the time, even if no one's in it.
I think I know what you're talking
I can't move to it or enter it, but I can see it.
You should be able to.
No.
No, you shouldn't. It's the invisible room. It's invisible for a reason.
Is it the invisible room that I'm thinking of?
The one at the very bottom?
Oh,
It's the invisible room that nobody is supposed to be able to see except Gur, Little Man, and anybody who's currently inside it.
Can you still see it?
Hold on, I'm not sure yet.
No, I can't.
Okay. There's just there's just a setting that was one setting that was misplaced, and it since it was inside the category, the entire category became visible. Because you had been in it.
Yeah.
The invisible.
Now it's no longer there.
Dude, how the fuck do I play Uter? I've never played this guy at
For a sec, I thought I was gonna correct you and say Uther, but no.
Nah, I know how to play Uther, even though he's kind of difficult.
You don't know how to play Hooters?
And Shane, what skill do I max first? On this, the turtle, the bear stance looks pretty good.
So I bought something for Yu-Gi-Oh that's really good.
Yeah.
You bought something for you, and it was Gio. You
I
bought
bought
something for
these
me,
things
and it
called
was
the Legendary Dragon decks. Basically, it's a $30
Gio.
thing.
You were waiting for in the mail.
No, these aren't the ones. I'm still waiting for 6 cards in the mail, but this is a collection of 3 decks, and it was $30 for the collection. The market value of all the cards at the moment would go out to around $250.
Huh.
$250.
Huh.
Yeah. And there were some cards that were never printed before, and some with.
Huh.
So, I'm pretty satisfied with my purchase.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Well, can I
And
tell you something that's interesting?
yeah.
Give me 1 sec. Actually, I should just take a picture. I think that'll make it a lot easier. There we go. And Discord. And Gerd Nation, National Gerd Chat. There, take a picture.
Oh, Gur, I hope it's okay if I use the watermark. The logo on the website as my watermark.
Oh yeah, do you want the original copy?
I mean, is there a difference? Now, I do need for the top
Are
of
those
my
fat packs?
YouTube a Gur.
Those are boxes that came from Fat Packs, but all of the cards inside of there are worth a little over $9,000.
Each or total?
9,000 total. There are individual cards in there that are worth as much as $800.
Are they Magic the
That is
Gathering
insane.
cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, Magic.
Yeah. Probably got some Black Lotus, right?
No.
No?
Do you know how much a Black Lotus is?
They're worth like a couple thousand, right? Like
You have a
now.
Black Lotus.
No, Shane does though.
I was talking to Shane. You have a Black Lotus.
Oh, does he? I'm pretty
How much?
sure he does. Either that or my friend
How
Matt
much?
that we were just playing with
How much is it?
does. Me and
Okay,
Shane
how much-
used
how much is it?
to Go down with the magic.
Our instincts are
And Matt got like all the ruby.
Yeah.
What's it?
Yeah, that's way too expensive for me. I got 14 bucks in my bank account.
Yeah, but what are the other ones that are really good that are the mana cards for free?
Isn't there Gilded Lotus?
I don't know. Probably now there is. They've
No, I'm
added a
asking.
lot.
I'm asking Shane. Is there a Gilded
I
Lotus?
didn't know Shane still played.
Yeah. Well, Shane has all the lotuses, so he would know.
So wait, there is a ruby lotus and stuff like
Oh,
that.
only the black ones?
I mean,
I'm pretty sure there's a
that's the
lotus.
one that matters.
So there are 9 different black lotuses?
Yeah, cause isn't there like alpha, beta,
Yeah.
and then
My cousin had an original one, but it was damaged.
oh, that sucks for him. That
Um,
brings the cost down in half, I believe.
hey, it's still worth money.
Yeah, it's still worth like
I would play with
$1,000. I would, yeah, I would just play with it honestly.
I'd be that fucker that puts in a commander deck.
Huh? Screw
Cause
that,
I
man.
play Brea. I play Artifacts.
Screw that. Oh, well, artifacts are ridiculous. T1
Didn't
decks.
Ayame? Didn't I play against you in a Magic the Gathering thing with one of my decks?
Yeah, but you didn't fight my commander.
Oh my god, fuck this cannon.
Do you remember?
Commander's
Do you
the main
remember the
way I
deck that
find
I
out.
had? My
You're one.
super
You're
old.
one. Were you abused, Kithian? You didn't even go for the Planeswalker.
Yeah, no. It's just
Have they made a? Are they still running Magic online, or do they have a new program
Yeah.
for it?
Yeah. But no proper Magic player or whatever really used that. If you go to
Yeah, there's a downloadable one. Right?
if you go to Gur Nation's website and then go to the download section, you'll see that there's a thing called X-Mage.
Yeah. I
And
didn't know if they made a remake of
mine?
the old. They had an old one, like a real old school one. I can't remember what it was
Constructed
called.
decks.
Yeah, constructed decks. That's it. Oh, I was wondering, do you have a Gur Nation topper?
Yeah, but
for YouTube?
my rating, I think when I was last in there was like 1680.
Mine was horrible. I wasn't the greatest match
Something like
player.
that.
I mean, I like to make fun decks, but
Limited or any?
They
Yeah,
suck
I don't have it on this
usually.
system because I remade the system, but I haven't used it since.
I need to remake my decks and re-download X-Mage. I need to do those in the reverse order.
Oh, 1711 when I look up the rating limitations for, because I didn't know what limited was sitting at. 1711 only puts you in the top 10%.
really?
Yeah, limited goes all the way up to 2413 right now.
Damn,
2413 is the current high.
that's pretty nice.
Yeah, so for constructing
Who still
It's
plays
exactly
T1
1950
though?
the high
That's
right
the
now.
question.
So I guess that would put me somewhere, let's see, in the top 0.7%. But I also use old decks where I just swap out a couple of cards with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who
yours,
still
but,
plays T1 though?
What?
Isn't T2 and constructed where it's at?
No, you have to understand, there are certain decks that you just need to swap out certain cards to their modern counterparts. And
I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's ridiculous combos these days. Even more ridiculous.
Well, there were in the past.
Taking turns.
Oh yeah, like the one that I remember was
It was Splinter Twin.
the one that made your opponent shuffle or like discard their whole deck basically.
Yeah, milling.
Mill.
Yeah, it's not that good anymore.
Yeah,
Really?
the one
CD
that
something
still
ridiculous.
is way overpowered is the what's it called? The Watcher and the Webs and Soren Grim Nemesis combo deck.
What else
and stuff?
What do you? Well, I know, but when you manipulate the Watchers in the Web with the Soren Grim Nemesis
We had a taking
combo,
turns player.
you can
Yeah. We had one. We also we had a lantern control.
Nice. That sounds fun. I like anything with the word control in it.
It was 4 rounds, pack per win.
Our instincts are razor
Okay, I see I'm gonna just go in and nobody's gonna come. Like this cow that's twice as tanky as me.
An enemy has been slain.
That's always fun.
Double kill.
Cause you know, I like to die. And their Kennen. Kennen is so beat in ARAM, dude.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret.
Oh, well that's awesome. Not bad for never even looking at this guy before. You sure or whatever? Ooter. Ooter.
Ooter! Hey, you want to
Dude.
go to Ooters?
Oriana's one guy I want to get. Or a lady. Ooters. It does sound like a shop.
Hooters.
me.
Yeah, he was
Oh,
saying that's what
those
has like
aren't the core, those are
$9,000
the,
worth of cards in them
Those are the fat pack boxes. But yeah.
with the expensive.
Yeah, but that has every single Shadows over Innistrad card in there.
Ooh.
The entire set. Foil versions and non-foils.
God damn.
Well, you see, I have decks, and I would just play with my old decks, and then I go in for a tournament, and then I challenge. What do you call it? I challenge for cards. You'll pick a card from decks, and people. I didn't care who was fighting, and I just take every card that I don't have yet, because you know I'm good enough. What? Yeah, that's what I would do. I just play my original, what do you call it, plane, or what do you call it, what's it called, Paladin plane, decks. Yeah, you don't understand. So when you mix that with the basic, lifelink, so you take, oh man, what's that, what's the land card that you put down that goes in tap but gets you plain or death from Shadows over Innistrad? You put 4 or 2 of those into your deck, and then you always have your mill already, so, or not your mill, but your library search, so then you can pull those out, and then immediately pull out a Soren, and then take all your tokens and make them life.
I don't remember that.
So that's all I did with Shadows over Innistrad, was I literally got 3 cards, and then took every other Shadows over Innistrad through tournament.
What I did was I played allies, but I also, I played allies, and then once Eldritch Moon came out, I put in the riders that gained life, that had lifelink and everything, and would flip over to give even more lifelink, and it was a health gaining deck.
Oh yeah, the werewolf cards.
No, they were Eldrazi. But I would do that, and I would use Stoneforge Masterwork because they were all the same type.
See, I'd rather be, just because of where I play from with my decks,
That
I'd rather
was
just
standard,
use the
though.
every time that you cast, you get indestructible.
That was standard.
For all of your cards, and then once again, because I just basically stopped. Like it's just too powerful, and you can't do anything to stop it really. Once Shadows over Innistrad really brought out some new lifelink style cards.
Yeah,
Because
lifelink's
you can
pretty.
give-
One of my favorites
You
in
can
modern
give
is
all permanent.
one of my favorites is
all
Boggle,
tokens.
using
you can make
lifelink
a copy
and
of them with
Soul
Shadows
Link.
over Innistrad with just one card, and or what do you call it? And then attach one equipment to one of those before you do that, and spread that equipment to be attached to every single one of those permanents.
No, it's
And then
pretty awesome.
that artifact equipment gives you indestructible anytime that lifelink goes into effect.
Soul Link is also a thing.
I don't
Damn,
like Soul
what,
Link.
now, what was
Lifelink
the
is much
other
better.
thing that
Well,
you were
you can
saying?
mix
Not
the two.
just lifelink, but what was...
I know, but lifelink, I prefer lifelink solo. I do not prefer mixing Soul Link.
No, I only use
it's
that.
too dangerous.
I only use it in Boggle.
Hey Google, turn off lights. Yeah, it's just too much. But yeah, when it comes to Magic, no, I've got some deadly fucking decks.
Nice. Yeah, it's been a while since I've played. But I definitely used to love playing it.
Yeah, well, the beauty that I found is that I hadn't played for like 6 years. And I came back during Shadows over Innistrad. And I was like, you know what, I'll play, because I moved up here to Washington, and there's a lot of, card players and stuff like that.
Ton.
So I bought a, a fat pack, and I just bought a secondary box.
Yo, what is
for
that?
Shadows over Innistrad.
What is that really...
And I was like, holy shit, I can make this into a legal deck just by swapping out these cards that are the exact same effects. They're just Shadows over Innistrad. They're literally word for word the same card. And made it legal. So, you know.
Interesting. Yeah, some guy from Northern California was playing this card game that was like super sci-fi, very, very difficult to play, or at least had a lot of rules. But it was really popular, he said, out west. I just can't remember the name of it. Took me like 40 games to get it down. Like, apparently there were only 3 decks that he had, but he said they're pretty standard. I want to know the name of the game, god damn it. Because it sounded like, well, it was an awesome game, but it sounded like it got really deep. It's like you had multiple planets and shit like that.
You know what I should go back and do? In my box, I just saw that I have some Carnage Tyrants. I should go back and try to build a deck around those.
You should.
You know what those ones are?
I don't.
Yeah, 'cause the
I wasn't
Carnage
around. I took like, God, I played when I was very young, and then took a huge gap after, what is the one that starts with an N? Not an N, hold on.
Kaleido? just think about this. Creating tokens
The
of Tarnished Tyrant. And
After
Tarnished Tyrant
Phyrexian.
is
Yeah.
can't be countered, trample, hexproof.
Oh wow, that's stupid.
Just
I don't
create
know what-
tokens and give them lifelink.
Ouch. I don't know what hex is though. That's how old school I am. I hopped back in for a second when the heroes actually came out.
So, hexproof is that your opponent you can't target or use spells, anything. So, and then they can't be countered, so they come out, and then you give them lifelink, and then you create tokens with those lifelink artifacts.
That's pretty sick.
It's like,
Yeah, no, that would be really nasty. That sounds so much fun.
Yeah, and then, ooh, you know what I could do? I could enchant those with auras. Ooh, that sounds like a fun deck now that I'm thinking about it. That sounds like a really fun deck.
That does sound like
Sounds like a horrible deck to go against. Because then, what do you call it? I could then aura them to, give other, or what do you call it? Give friendly, increased attack, and then also, aura them with misdirection.
Yeah, misdirection, I certainly remember.
Because then a misdirection on a misdirection on a misdirection of all copied, all artifacted.
That would be sick.
Yeah.
It's like, try and get by me, motherfucker. Burn decks, die.
Yeah. That just sounds like a ruthless deck. I had to figure out how to do it. Yeah.
That would be pretty naughty.
Oh man, and then just enchant them over and over with Oblivion rings. Oh my god. That would be amazing.
Now what's Oblivion Rings do?
So that exiles a non-land, and then when it enters the field and when it leaves the field, it returns the exiled under your control.
Oh wow. That's pretty sick. Is it an artifact or?
It's an enchantment.
Black?
No, plain. Two colorless, one plain.
Oh, okay.
But I already look at plain. I already look at plain and swamp. So everything else is swamp, and some of the things that I would need for tokens and auras aren't plain. So it would just be black and white, which is easy because you can get those. I think it's bog land cards gives you either plain or swamp. Just fill your deck with it.
I have those actually. I have all the dual lands. That's one thing that I do have that's worth money. That and Force of Wills.
Ooh.
Yeah. And Sinkholes. I used to love my black.
Yeah, the only thing that I would have to do is I'd have to be careful because if I put enchantments on there, I have to make sure that everything is auras on the creatures. Because if I enchant the creatures, then technically they could take something like a dead weight, and then they could do the same to me. They could exile my creatures and take them over.
Oh shit.
So I have to make sure that no enchantment auras go in.
That's interesting.
Because you can exile the enchantment on a creature and it takes the creature.
That would definitely fuck your day up. God damn it, remind me next time I play ARAM to always bring a snowball if I'm a melee champion. I do not know how to play as
I should totally put that deck together and then use Sigarda, Heron's Grace, and Host of Herons together with those.
I wish I knew all these cards you were talking about, but I don't.
So Sigarda, Host of Herons is a flying, hexproof, legendary angel. Spell and abilities your opponents control can't cause you to sacrifice permanents.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
Yeah. Then Sigarda, Heron's Grace is a legendary angel, flying. Or what do you call it? You and humans you control have hexproof. And then pay 2 colorless, exile a card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 white human soldier creature token onto the battlefield, which I would already have the cards to immediately turn those into hexproof, lifelink, and double them to make 2 of them.
Oh, that's nasty.
On hand, and then I can just keep pulling those out of my graveyard.
It's like ridiculous style deck.
Yeah.
I want a deck like that. Yo, do you have anything that can go at the top of a YouTube channel?
I still need to redo the stuff that I had from before because YouTube changed their layouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I haven't redone the Grenation one.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird how they redid it, but I guess it does add a little bit more customized.
No, it actually made it less customizable.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I never fucked around with it previous, so I wouldn't really know, but anything to save a few bucks, right?
So how's your YouTube streaming going?
I mean, the streaming part not good. That's why I'm still doing it on Twitch. But the videos actually watched, I'm getting like a decent amount, I would say. I got like 500 views this week.
Yeah. Artifacts you control have hexproof. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control the artifact with the highest converted mana cost or tied for the highest converted mana cost, draw a card. I should totally use that. Padim, Console of Innovation. Legendary creature.
Whoa. Rammus can teleport while in Powerball? That's really interesting.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
It's just super interesting. Who would think that? Not me. I need to get tanky 50 already, goddammit. Yes, must get like 500 armor. Meanwhile, I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 on my phone and wrecking absolute face. That's not good, we got AIDS. Go good, Thorn Mail. So now how much armor do I have? 60, 140 armor. Nice. Plus another 20%. I guess I'll get Righteous Glory. Yeah.
Killing spree.
God, now people are hating my thorn mail.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Dying, but they're dying with me.
Shut down. Enemy double kill. Enemy triple kill.
How far is your game in?
How far is my game in? I would say like... It's really hard to tell actually, because it's ARAM. 16 minutes. So like... I would say it's at least half over. We both got one tower.
Yes. Yes. Quite so.
This is where the final stand took place. This
You dirty, dilapidated play.
for days. So many eyes. But we kept on fighting. We climbed
Like how there's nothing else here. Everybody wants to come and tell you that you're a gay man. And then try to tell you how to have sex with that gay man.
The Blaster. That sounds
Doesn't
like something
understand.
Blay would be into, for sure.
Yeah.
He just, doesn't know it yet.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. It's okay, cause you will show him how to do the thing that you want to
We'll show him. We'll show the Blaster how it's done.
How it's done in the gay man's world. I don't think you could.
Gur, do you
Yeah?
think you could do a remote takeover soon? Because I gotta go to bed.
We do it in the morning. Can we do that? I'm gonna be there.
No, I have plans all day.
Oh, I'm saying, when are you going to be there?
Yeah.
Well, I go to school at 12. I don't get back until like 4, and then I have to leave at probably around 6. I could probably do it around like 5 or 6.
And what time zone are you in? Texas?
5. Yeah, Texas.
2
5
hours.
o'clock my time. It's 12:38 right now.
Yeah. So 2 hours.
I can do it 5 o'clock my time.
That works out for me. I got up very, very late today.
Okay, so like 4 or 5 my time. I'll probably be.
Yeah, send me a message the moment that you're available, and I should
Okay.
take over in a couple of minutes, because at that point I'll just be doing some web design work.
Yeah, and when you take over, I can just leave you to it. I trust you
Yeah.
enough for that.
Oh, that's good to know. How's your computer been running since I touched it anyways?
Pretty good. I did the entire Elder Scrolls download while I was playing today, and there were no problems.
Nice.
So, it actually helped with your ability to download through Steam while playing other games?
Yep.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that's usually...
So it was most likely that your Steam installation files were just so heavily fragmented.
Yeah, and also my hard drive was having trouble.
Yeah, and that defrag really helped.
The defrag didn't even go all the way through because of the...
Yeah, but it at least got through the system files, and I know it got through the major Steam folder. So all of the Windows files, which are the biggest things, were able to get out, and then I cleared out your Windows caching system, so it was caching the files for the games instead of Windows files, meaning you could cache more to RAM. meaning less load actually had to go to your hard drive while
Does that
it was
mean I'm going to be
writing.
able to run more things?
Yeah, you should be able to at this point.
Would I run near?
That's still a limitation of the hardware. You could try it. I don't know if it boots. It should work, but if it doesn't boot, then it's a limitation of your graphics card. The hard drive was transferring plenty fast.
Okay.
Yeah, because once I got through, I mean, I saw your hard drive at some points hitting as high as 100 or megabits a second, or no, megabytes a second, meaning that that's pretty decent.
I always get bits and bytes confused.
Bytes are 8 bits.
Okay, yeah.
Bits are 8 bits.
So
Or
160 megabits is only 20 megabytes.
Bytes, yeah.
So when you hear somebody say that they have
byte is
150 megabyte internet, they're talking bits, and that means that they can transfer at about 18 to 20 megabytes a second download speed.
Yep. So 16-bit is only 2 bytes.
Yes.
And that's the limitation the games had at one point.
Yes.
God.
And
I got
games
it.
now have access to much higher architectures, such as like your graphics cards for the most part are anywhere between 1024-bit all the way into the 6192-bit.
By the way, when you take over my computer, you should take a look at the picture I chose.
Take a look at what?
The background picture I chose when you take over tomorrow.
Okay.
It's a Skullgirls one.
Oh look, you're out of game, Kaleido. Ooh, Skullgirls.
Yeah. I think
I like
I'm
the
gonna
art
head to-
for it. I just don't like.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
how I am. I like the gameplay sometimes. It's more something I play with friends than unless I want a complete story mode.
Kaleido,
Mm-hmm.
why aren't you accepting?
Wait, what? Oh. Wait.
It's a game that-
do we have to play blind pick? I hate blind pick.
Yes, we have to play blind pick because
That's
it makes
fine.
you better.
No, it doesn't. You still
Oh,
fall.
yes it does.
I'm working on my top, so
I'm gonna go
don't be surprised if I suck.
back.
Pieces, Yami.
So you want 8 RAM?
Well, no. I'd rather play a regular game than ARAM.
Then blind pick.
Then blind pick's fine. Yeah. And if I don't get top, I'll just
There you go.
play something else. I mean, play something else is like, you know.
I invited you. You're not in my thing anymore.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, Icy's asking me something.
Thank you.
Yay.
You say yay, I say nay. Let's have a fun little day. Hey!
Fauché! No, a mini Entenmann's apple pie. Apparently these are good.
Wow, I just went to my block list. There's like 400 people on this. I can't even get through it.
Wow, are you serious?
Like I said, it's a really old harem.
Yeah.
I mean, as you can see, there's a name on here that has nothing to do with her.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
That should give you an idea of how old this account is. This was my alt account when I was a dev. Wow, what?
That's a long time ago, I bet.
Yeah. So who should I play? Do I have Karthus on this account?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who I'm gonna play. If I'm gonna play top, I might play Cho'Gath top. Either him or maybe Galio. Although, I could play Nasus, I just have never played him yet. Yeah, Nasus looks pretty sick. Wait, was that the Q?
What?
Oh, I thought the Q just popped. That's so weird, I have not had a long Q yet.
Well, now you're only queuing with me, so it's going higher because of my win rates. I actually lowered my win rates by playing with you
how low
guys.
my rates are probably too.
Your rate?
My rate sucks, dude. It has to be like 35%.
Player has declined. Okay.
Yeah, it's actually funny. My most popular YouTube videos aren't even really, well, it's one MXM game that has like 300 views.
You have a 35% total win rate.
That's what I thought. I knew it. I knew it had to be
And
wrong.
your kill participation is only a 42%.
Yeah. I knew it was pretty bad. I need to get that.
Whereas my win rate on this is 67% with a kill participation rate of 30%.
Jeez, no wonder. No wonder it's taking so long. Like, we can't find anyone bad enough for this guy.
Pretty much.
Oh, top. I lagged. So I'm gonna jungle with someone I know how to jungle. I'll have fun and do Master Yi. Cause who doesn't have fun with Master Yi? I think I need to Master Yi as long as I have the middle one. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh no. Gotta grab smite. We do not have a tank on our team.
We don't need a tank, not with this team.
Oh yeah, Draven's pretty ridiculous. We have a really high damage team.
Still there?
Yeah, I'm playing Final Fantasy as well. I'm trying to,
Oh,
I'm trying
I
to
get it.
get a, what's it called?
So I just found this new 1893 Pepsi soda. It's
Yeah.
citrus cola
Oh,
made
I
with
love that.
grapefruit. I haven't had it before.
I would love that. I love
It's so good.
grapefruits. Grapefruits
So
are delicious. Delicioso. What the hell? My screen's like so grimy.
Dude, who's still loading?
I know. It's cause,
It says 100% for everybody.
it's cause I'm streaming.
No, it says 100% for